Y'all, it's the sports mix. Big Kenny in the building. My man Dino checking in with me. What's up, my man?
Feeling good, feeling good. How about you?
Oh man, I can't complain.
Yeah,
And I guess them steaks was pretty good this evening.
everything was good, man. The beer was better.
Bed was colder.
Yeah,
Steaks
yeah.
had a little more seasoning on them today.
Hell yeah,
You
hell
know, the
yeah.
chicken was fried just right.
Just right, man. The
You
jokes were
know,
funnier.
oh man,
People's mates look more beautiful today. All of that.
goddamn, what a great day! What a great day in Baltimore.
Yes,
The
yes.
the the, the Ravens. You know what I mean? I mean, I mean, I mean, I mean, 35. What was it, 38 to 7,
38 to 6. Don't
38 to 6.
don't give them no extra
Yeah, I
points.
don't want to give them the extra ones. I mean, it was pretty much a thrashing, pretty much a beatdown. Right from the gate.
Yeah,
And they did what they didn't do against the Steelers, which was finish. They finished this one off. They kind of left no doubt, even though when they fumbled, I'm sure there was people say, "Here we go, here we go, here we go again." Yeah, I'm sure the naysayers was like, "Here we go." So, but they was able to put the stamp on this one. 38 to 6, pretty convincing win over what was said to be a tough opponent.
absolutely.
And I saw a graphic that said every you know on one of the national shows, everybody picked the Lions. Not I don't ever worry about who picks who. You gotta play the game. I don't worry about who picked, but it's always funny, when those guys are wrong, because we Baltimore, we got the small town mentality. We feel like nobody give us no respect any damn way. So
Right,
you know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah, we let them talk.
Yeah, let them talk. But yeah. So I'm full disclosure for everybody checking in. I did not get to see the game. I didn't get to see the first half of the game. I didn't come home. I didn't get home till about almost the end of the third quarter.
Dang.
So the game was pretty much out of hand. I saw the last touchdown. I saw the last touchdown, and I think I saw when the Lions scored and missed their 2-point conversion. I did see that.
Okay, so
So
you saw a 7-6 game.
yeah, yeah,
Mm, mm, mm.
So full disclosure for everybody checking in. I didn't get to see the good part of the game, but my man here, was tuned in, locked in,
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
and you got some descriptions you want to share with the
Yeah,
people.
yeah. You know I do.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it was first of all, Detroit is
Hmm.
what has been balling.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I saw them interviewing Lamar Jackson, and one of the commentators had made a mistake and was asking Lamar, "So how are you ready to face this 6-1 Detroit Lion team?" And Lamar said, "Wait a minute, hold up. They ain't 6-1, they 5-1. Which you already giving them the victory?"
Yeah.
So the guy tried to laugh it off, but this team has been playing really well, man. And
Yeah.
I mean, even coming into the season, people were picking them as a sleeper team,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
um, they've been looking good all year long. And like you say, a lot of people had them beating the Ravens. I think it was like a 3-point spread.
Hmm.
Ravens getting Detroit getting the 3 points. So, but one thing that was kind of interesting, and this is like probably the first time I've ever seen this, is that the Ravens won the coin toss and
Yeah.
selected to receive the ball.
See the ball. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah.
a little bit different right there, right from the giddy up. And man, football, I'm telling you, it's a game of inches, and it's also, habits.
Hmm.
Sometimes when you do something just a little bit different, something as simple as that could psych the other team up.
Yeah.
That could have threw them off a little bit. you know. But the Ravens received the ball, and man, the show was on. It was on. I mean, Lamar was throwing darts.
Yeah.
I mean, the big play in the drive, he connected with the number 1 draft pick, Flowers,
yeah.
like 36, 37 yards. That was the big play. And then also they went for it. 4th and 1.
4th and 1, yeah.
Oh, they went for it. In my mind, I was saying take the field goal. Harbaugh said, let's go for it. They went for it, and they got the 7.
Yeah.
So they came out the blocks fast, man. They were blazing. Lamar was getting a little time, and even when the pocket started to close a little bit, he did a really good job throughout the day of evading tacklers and getting out of that pocket and still looking downfield. So Lamar was sharp, man. They kicked the ball off. One thing sometimes I don't understand some of the decisions that they make. They kick the ball off to Detroit, and they kick it short, like it was a planned kick. Tucker kicked the ball, and I guess it's supposed to go to like the 15 or something like that. I mean, to me, man, I'm like, kick the damn ball out and make this team go 75 yards against your defense.
Yeah.
Against your defense that has been the number 1 defense in the NFL since Roquan came over.
Absolutely.
You know, when you got a defense like that, you ain't got to do no silly shit like that. I mean, kick the ball out the end zone, but nevertheless, they had a pretty good field position, but it was a 3 and out, man.
Yeah.
3 and out. Matabike went in there, got a little sack, and they fumbled the ball. They recovered it. They had to kick it. 3 and out. And see, in Detroit, man, it was a little off kilt. They kicked it. Duvernay called for a fair catch. They hit him before he could get to the ball. Now that's a 15-yard penalty.
Right.
Here comes Lamar throwing darts to Bateman. First down. Throw another one to Bateman. First down. I mean, the man on fire. He scrambled. First down. And then he do a little dance in the pocket. Pressure on him. He dancing around, buying time, and he find Aguilar in the back of the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown pass. Ravens on fire. Lamar throwing darts. I mean, this is one of the best starts that we've seen from the Ravens. And that first half, man, was totally dominant. And it will be difficult for us to really go into the annals of Ravens history and find a first half as great as that. They may be 1 or 2, but this was on both sides of the ball. I mean, 3 and out for Detroit. Even at one point, the Ravens had 16 first downs, and they had yet to have 1. That's how dominant the Ravens were starting off this game. Terrific performance.
Yeah, and I'm a little upset I didn't get to see it, but I'm happy about the results nonetheless. Now I was listening on the radio.
Yeah,
you know, it's just not the same for me. You know what I'm saying? Listening to it and I'm hearing all the stuff you just described. I'm hearing all of that. I'm remembering, when this happened and when that happened. But to not be able to put eyes on it, not be able to see it, it took a little bit away from me. And then but I'm happy with the win, of course. I'm happy with the win. I'm not gonna be sour because I didn't get to see the damn game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm listening to it, and it was good. Like so you mentioned the coin toss. So I noticed when they elected to kick, when they elected to receive, the commentators on the radio made mention of that too. I think it was Jerry Sandusky and Rod Woodson. They called the games on 98 Rock, and they made mention of that's kind of odd. Ravens usually every time they win the toss, they always defer. So like you said, man, it's just sometimes you coach and you play these the mind games, the little I'm gonna see how they react to this.
Yeah.
And they came out and they ran it right down the field, man, and scored. So maybe that thing may have worked. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we'll take it.
We
You
will.
know, we'll take it. And next week they'll win the toss and defer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
And I,
know,
and it's a big move on the Ravens' part because the Ravens have scored first in every game this year.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we have led in every game this year, and that's regardless whether we got it first or the other team got it first. The Ravens are the team that's putting the points on the board first. So for them to just say, we gonna receive, I mean, that was a big move because your defense has been working to where they haven't allowed any other team to score first. So,
Yeah. Yep.
so yeah, it was a call. It definitely was a call.
Yeah. So let's talk about, you mentioned that number one defense since Roquan. And I've heard that a couple times today. I was real clear last year when he got here. It just settled the defense down. The defense was good before he got here, but they weren't exceptional. You know what I'm saying? They would give up some plays. I think Queen probably benefited more because people were doubting whether he was going to be, whether they were going to give him some money, once his time was up. And I mean, he coming in to that middle linebacker position in Baltimore. That's a tough position for anybody to have to play. At following Ray Lewis, it's just tough, man. And the expectation at that position is so high.
Yeah.
And really, was Queen really that bad, or was our expectation too high of him? You know what I'm saying? So, but what Roquan Smith has done has kind of settled Queen into that role. You know what I'm saying? Where he's not the sole guy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Where he's not the quarterback of the defense. Where he can kind of, he can get them running backs. He can get out in coverage a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He can get after the tight ends a little bit. So he's not required to, be what the middle linebacker is. And Roquan, man, good God Almighty, he just I don't know what you call it. You know what I'm saying? Like the glue. He's just the piece we needed. You know what I'm saying? He's the piece we needed. He came at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, the back end seems to be playing better this year, more so than any year. We seem to be getting to the quarterback. Like I can't remember a time. I mean, you got to go back into the 2000s, early 2000s, when the Ravens was getting after the quarterback like this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thoroughly impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed with the defense. And Roquan, I'm glad that he re-signed, so he'll be around for a couple years. Quarterback in that defense. So Queen, I'm imagining Queen is up for some money. In is it this year that he'll come up for some money? But they're gonna have to make a decision. They're gonna have to make a decision with Queen. Let me see, my man Saunders. What's up, brother? As a coach, whichever side of the ball I wanted to set the tone of the game, determine whether we took the ball or deferred. All right, you talking about the coin toss? That's old Landon Saunders there, Dean.
Okay.
With the comment there, Eddie Kane, my main man. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good point there. But so with Queen come up for some money like this year, right?
Yeah.
So he gonna be looking to get paid, and that's gonna be a tough decision.
It is.
It's gonna be a tough decision for them.
It
For
really
them to make.
is. Really is. Yeah. Yeah. Good point, Landon. Definitely a good point on that. But
Yeah.
you said it. You said it, Kenny. We know what number 52 did.
Mm-hmm.
We know that number 52 put some money in a lot of people's pockets. We know that Ray got a lot of people some defensive coordinating positions and head coach positions. And we know, Jamie Sharper was better. You can go down the list, man. All them dudes were better, man, with number 52. So Roquan is I ain't ready to put him in no category with number 52. Number 50. was voted as the best defensive player of his era.
Yeah.
Recently. So
Yeah.
you're talking top echelon, but Roquan is a dog, man. And if you can, this is definitely the best move that Eric DeCosta has made with these Ravens, bringing this guy over from Chicago. I don't know what the Bears' game plan is. I don't know what they were thinking, but I'm thrilled that we got him. And you mentioned Queen. Queen is balling, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
so I don't know, man, if he is, because I'm thinking maybe we got to find some money for this guy to sign him, but he might be playing his way out of our pocketbook. We might can't afford him.
Yeah.
The way he's playing.
The way he's playing, yeah. It's gonna be a tough call. It's gonna be a tough call this winter when it comes time to make them tough decisions.
Yeah.
Who stays and who goes, and you know what's gonna come up. You know what's gonna come up when it's time for somebody else to get some money.
Yeah, no doubt.
That contract old number 8 got. You know, that's everybody go to. You know, it's gonna be the contract. Now, you know, we'll see what he does with it. You know what I'm saying? If he's gonna be the type of guy that's willing to restructure, and you know, if he's willing to restructure, or you know, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. You know, we'll see. I'm hopeful that things work out. You know, but I understand in the business of football, in the business of sports, anyway, in all sports, but in the business of sport, these type decisions have to be made. You know what I'm saying? These tough decisions have to be made, and
right.
You know, you can't keep everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep everybody. The quarterback is going to be the highest paid player on your team. I don't care what team you are. You know, if you got a quarterback worth paying, you're going to pay him, and he's going to get his money. But yeah, Queen has definitely benefited from the trade of Roquan Smith, and shout out to the Bears, man. You know, for even making the trade. You know, at one point the Bears had Roquan and Khalil Mack,
right,
and traded both of them.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, who the GM up there?
I think it's a brother.
Yeah, whoever he is, he signed off on them deals, boy.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna be long. He gonna be doing the podcast soon. Shit.
Maybe we can get a sports mix.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask him what was he thinking.
And personally thinking.
Yeah, I'll thank him.
Yeah.
But what was you thinking, brother? You know what I mean? What were you thinking? What was the thought process in saying we go ahead and trade Roquan? You know. And what did they trade for him? Like some draft picks or something? I don't even know what they got for him.
I think it was a second round pick and maybe a fifth or something like that. I can't recall. But whatever it was worth it.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you.
We definitely appreciate you.
So, you know, so the guy in the background there. Oh, number 8.
Oh, that guy.
That guy there, man. So, you know, I know you like myself, we are fans of that guy. You know, we pulling for him, you know, so we don't really listen to a lot of the noise. You know what I'm saying? When people be coming for him and, you know, saying all of the nonsense they say about him. But hold up. I gotta get this comment in before we dig in. Landon saying Queen, he playing good, but he's replaceable if he requesting top dollar. And again, you know, those are the type of decisions that teams make, you know. And I mean, I think, see, I'm one of these type of guys, right? I don't fall in love with everybody, like, you know, because they on our team. I like you, but you know, like I just remember the days when people were saying we can do good without Ray Lewis. I remember those days. You know what I'm saying? We don't need Ray. You know,
they didn't need Eddie Murray either, did they? The Warriors.
You know what I'm saying? And there's certain players that's just untouchable. You know what I'm saying? So right now, Lamar, I would say Roquan.
Oh, absolutely.
Roquan.
I got him on that list.
Who's that?
Kyle Hamilton.
Kyle Hamilton, absolutely. Hamilton.
Right.
And those lists aren't real long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not protecting, oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. You're not going to go out and pay everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, especially with a salary cap, you have to dedicate money. Oh my goodness, hold up. I gotta sneeze again.
Man. Yeah, get no, you can't. Ain't
for
one sneeze.
Yeah, because they just came out of nowhere.
Right.
But you can't pay everybody. So with a salary cap, you got to make them decisions like who are going to be the money guys, and then we fill in everywhere else. You know what I'm saying? And then you got top tier money, you got that mid level money, and then you got that bottom tier money. You know what I'm saying? And so where is Queen gonna fit in? Because I mean, if I'm Queen, I want top tier money. And if it's somebody out there willing to give it to me, I'm gonna go take it. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't personal. It's business.
Yeah.
It's business, man. Which again, one of my things with sports is I've learned over the years to love my teams and not so much the players. You know what I'm saying? Because players come and go. And when you get generational players, which was why I was so upset and why I was loud about Manny Machado. I really wanted them to keep Manny, but I understood.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese, what's up, homie?
What's up, Cheese?
So yeah, I understand the business of it. You can't keep everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Everybody not gonna get the money they want. It's just part of the game. You know what I'm saying? It just come with it.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, what's the market for Queen gonna be in the off season? Depending on how he plays out this season. Now, I think a lot of teams will consider how he plays with Roquan and without him. When they try to negotiate him. I think a lot of teams will do that. They'll look at some of his numbers before Roquan. They look at numbers after, and they got a small sample size because Roquan just got here last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they played 3-4 years together. They only played basically. They probably just coming up on one season. They probably just coming up on like the first 17 games now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sample size is small, but yeah, I'm a Queen. I just don't know. I don't know whether we're gonna be able to hold him if he keep playing at this level. You know what I'm saying? He may, and again, I don't blame you when you go get paid, man. I don't blame you. I don't. So
Yeah.
that was my piece on Queen.
And I mean, if you look at it from the Ravens' perspective, I mean, even if you're looking at, you got a house and you got to fill your house, you always want to fill and decorate your house with the big pieces first. Anytime you're trying to stack a U-Haul truck, you want to put the big pieces in, and then you fill in the smaller pieces. So the Ravens are gonna make sure that the big pieces are signed first. And we mentioned that we know Roquan, they got him, and Lamar. Those are the two biggest pieces. They got to make sure that Kyle Hamilton gets signed and Linderbaum gets signed. These are big pieces. Zay Flowers is on a rookie contract. I think Matabike is coming up for contract. He's playing great football on that line. I mean, so, when you talk about the Ravens and it's a business and it's money, you get the big pieces first. I don't know if Queen qualify as a big piece, Not at the beginning of the year, he wasn't a big piece, but the dude is playing big right now. And I think if the Ravens are looking at trying to sign him, I don't know. I mean, maybe it can be a sign. They can sign him before the end of the year or something like that. But I think I agree with you. I think it's going to be really tough for them to hold on to him because I think somebody's going to throw that bag at him.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's part of the deal, man. You play to get that contract. You play to get that big money. And when your opportunity come, we talk about loyalty and players don't all that stuff, man. Listen, the average career is 4 years, 4 or 5 years long. So
yeah,
man, if you got opportunity to get some life changing money, if they had a team in Hawaii, what I'm saying, if they had a team in Utah, name it, North Dakota, go get that money. What I'm saying? Go get that bag, man, because this is your opportunity. This is your opportunity, man, because once it's over, it's over. There aren't no jobs in society that's paying you that kind of money. When you come out here with us, we filling out applications, and ain't nobody no job that you fill out the application for gonna pay you, 10 to 15 million a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We a little head of the curve, but just something for conversation's sake to throw out there. But so let's get back on number 8. Lamar is a lightning rod, man, for conversation. Either way, you either love him, you hate him. People are sitting around waiting for this kid to have a terrible game. So they can just, I told you he wasn't. Them people are out there waiting, and they probably sick to their stomach right now. They're probably sick to their stomach right now. That he had the game that he had today.
Oh yeah.
So I do a little scrolling and they kind of quiet because usually the same people. They kind of quiet today. They ain't really have a lot to say. They might have logged out. They might even deleted their accounts today. Just for the day, just so nobody come looking for them. But I know how they get when number 8 have a subpar type of effort, or effort they think that he's supposed to did this or he's supposed to did that. I mean, I haven't seen a game this year where I would say, man, look, maybe they overpaid this guy or something like that. I haven't seen a game yet where I felt that way about Lamar. But today's game, just from a production standpoint, and again, I didn't get to see it, so that little pissed me off a little bit,
Yeah.
But from a production standpoint, what was your observations of old LJ?
Yeah, I mean, I say it, and it always looked like this to me when he is in rhythm. I mean, he's throwing darts, and it was no different this game. The man was throwing darts. I mean, he went that first quarter, he was blazing. He went right into the second quarter, and same thing, throwing darts. He hit Mark Andrews for a touchdown pass. The Lions get the ball, 3 and out. They put the ball right back in the hands of number 8, and number 8, he was feeding Gus Edwards, 20-yard run. Gus Hill, 25-yard run. And he hit Andrews, and he get the ball to the 3, and Gus run it in. I mean, Lamar Jackson was sensational, and I don't know if I've ever seen him like this. I think you might have to go back to his MVP season. He had, I think that during that season he had 3 games where he had perfect quarterback rating, 3 or 4 games. And I think that was the first time in history that a quarterback had done that. And I mean, this game was, I mean, I don't know what his rating was. I know at one point it was like 149. So the man was blazing. Obviously, with the Ravens, the biggest thing that they did in the offseason was put that paper in that man's hand. His track record speaks for itself as far as wins and losses. He has an incredible record with the Ravens. They put that money in his hand, and that was the biggest thing that happened to the Ravens. And I say it, you know, and I say it again, man, the second best thing that happened to the Ravens, yeah, they brought in Zay Flowers as a number 1 pick. They brought in OBJ, you know, they brought in Aguilar. They did some things to this Ravens team to build them up. But the second best pickup for the Ravens, the second most impactful, is Monken. They brought Monken in, and Monken, as an offensive coordinator, has brought some diversity to the offense. You know, it's a little bit more balanced now. The opposing team got to prepare a little bit different for these Ravens because it's a passing team also along with a running team. So how do you defend the Ravens? And when you got the quarterback being number 8, I mean, that's a hell of a thing you got to defend against this Ravens team with Lamar Jackson as the quarterback. But the thing I like about Monken, and this is why I say I like Harbaugh, because he's been able to make some moves, and the decision, my understanding, is his to hire and fire offensive and defensive coordinator. So he was able to take his defensive coordinator, his buddy Wink, and pull Wink up and say, look, my man, you know how we go. I love you, but you got to go.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, dab him up, you got to go. Yeah. And he brought in Mike Macdonald.
Yeah.
Him and Greg Roman, same situation. You know, he brought in Monken. And, you know, when you go to the supermarket and you buy a gallon of milk or whatever it is that you buy, typically you're going to find a date on that milk that say used by this date.
Yeah.
So if you keep the milk longer than that, you might notice a little funny smell. Basically, you shouldn't touch it after that date. Well, to me, there was a date on Wink Martindale, and there was a date on Greg Roman.
Yeah.
And I think that they went past the
date.
Past
them. Yeah.
Yeah, they went past the date by a year or so on both of those guys.
Yeah. Clearly with Roman.
Particularly with Roman.
Clearly with Roman.
So when you shuffle Wink Martindale out and the Ravens defense takes a while to get used to Macdonald. Macdonald bring a little bit more youthful flavor to the position of defensive coordinator. It took a while. It was some misassignments. They blew 2 or 3 games in the fourth quarter, but they caught their rhythm. They caught the schemes. Same thing with Monken. I wasn't worried about the first 3, 4, 5 games of the season because they're learning a new system. They got some new receivers. It's a learning curve there, and so I'm not mad with that. But the thing that I really like about Monken that I didn't like about Greg Roman is that right in his scheme, in Monken's scheme, there is some serious consideration for Lamar Jackson's health, where I did not believe that Greg Roman considered Lamar Jackson's health. He put a lot on Jackson. Jackson ran the ball. Jackson was getting beat up. Jackson wasn't in the playoff game last year against Cincinnati because he was beat up. And with the knee injury, with an ankle injury, I think Lamar Jackson has lost a half step in his speed. That's my observation. But Todd Monken's offense has a lot of consideration to keep Lamar Jackson healthy, fewer runs. Lamar is sliding better, not taking as many hits, and he's showing the world that he can sit back in that pocket and throw that damn ball.
Yeah.
And so they have not wasted not one penny on number 8.
Well,
despite what you might read.
Yeah, because you know, if you believe everything you read, you know, that we going to hell quick. You know, and you know, you was a little you was a little you know, I guess positive.
I'm trying to stay politically
You
correct.
know, you was positive with when you was talking about Harbaugh and his, you know, you gotta be careful with that here. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people, boy. You know, and they've been quiet. They was quiet today too. You know, the Harbaugh got to go people. You
Yeah.
know, but they I mean, man, every week I see this stuff or just out and about. You know, I hear people, man, Harbaugh got to go. He this, he that. You know, what I mean, like now when you as a coach, you know, now we both been coaches, right? Not no professional coach. But we both been coaches where we had to make decisions on the fly, right? And like you said with the coin toss, sometimes man, it's just it just let me just see how this gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So I tried to explain this to somebody with the going forward on fourth down instead of kicking field goals. Man, sometimes I might have said it on the show the other night, whatever. But as a coach, sometimes man, you making decisions based off of feel. You know what I'm saying? Based off of feel, like I feel like we can get this yard. I feel like we can get these 2 yards. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What a lot of time what don't we don't take into account. The other team is trying to make plays too. You know what I'm saying? And so for all the success that Ravens had a couple years ago on fourth downs, other teams are paying attention to that stuff. So and they understand with especially how they was rolling a couple years ago. When they make fourth downs, when they were going for it on fourth downs, and they were getting big plays. If it wasn't first downs, a couple times they went and got touchdowns out of them plays. You know what I'm saying? The momentum shift that happens
Yeah.
and how deflated you are as a defense when you give up a fourth down play in a crucial part in the game. So we talk about today. He went for it on fourth and goal. I know they were inside the 5, right?
Yeah. It was for.
I was listening on the radio, but I didn't see it. But I'm listening,
Yeah.
and it was early in the game, and I can hear the people take the three, take the three, take the three, take the three, especially with the way Detroit has been playing. In the last couple of weeks, Harbaugh was taking the three. Clearly, definitely last week against Tennessee,
Last week for sure.
he took the three every time. Today, John Harbaugh said, "You know what, man, we going for it. You know, touchdown." So when they go for it and they make it, you don't see all of the I see there you go, man. He got to learn how to just take the three. It's sometimes, man. It's just it's a hunch. You playing off just a hunch, man. That, oh, okay, this might be a good time. Or if this happened, it's gonna go. It's 50-50.
Yeah.
Either way, it don't really matter. If you take the chance, you either gonna make it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that just get me, man, just get up under my skin is just the Monday morning quarterbacks, that is what we call them. You know how, you know, those type of decisions. They see that's why he should be fired, because he got to take the three. You got to take them guaranteed points. You know, when you got them. Again, this is why we sit and watch these games, and that's why they pay that man a whole lot of money to make them kind of decisions. You know what I'm saying? So again, we know that it's a 50-50 shot. It's a 50-50 lead, you know, because you drop your plays, you want to score every time. And who want to kick field goals? I remember people, what was it, 2019, Lamar's MVP year, the year they were going for it on fourth down, saying like every time.
Yeah.
There's people talking about we forget about Tucker. I mean, they got Tucker over there. They just forget about him. I'm like, Yo, we winning games. Who cares? Who cares how you win the game? Win the game. Win the damn game, man.
Hmm.
Win the game. I don't care if Tucker kicking 10 field goals or if Lamar throwing 5 touchdowns. I don't care. Win the game. The best way that you can. And so, like today, again, it just was a prime example. When things are going your way, you do not hear from the choir. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear from the choir. So Lamar had a good game. Damn near perfect. I know they had the fumble at the end of the first half. And again, I know people was like, here we go, here they go fumbling.
Right.
It's great fall apart.
Right.
I know people was losing it at the end of the first half, because they just like, yo, this deja vu. Oh shit, it's great fall apart. We what was it, 28-0 at the
Yeah.
it's great fall apart now. They fumbled the ball. It's great go to hell.
Yeah.
It's football, man. It's football. You make plays, and it's always the next play. The next play. It's the next play. What are you going to do with the next play? You know what I'm saying? So, I understand, man, as fans, we fans are emotional. Fans are emotionally tied to some of these teams and the players, and every move and everything is criticized to the highest level. Lamar, he's a running back. I mean, we hear that. We still hear that kind of talk. He's a running back. I mean, he's a running quarterback. I mean, he's the highest rated passer in the league. We just skip over that. You know what I'm saying? We skip over that fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? But we skip over that, and we still talk about this kid as a running back. You know what I'm saying? We still talk about stuff. The narrative just sometimes it just will never get away from you. You know what I'm saying? The narratives will never get away from you. And Harbaugh, again, he went for it on 4th down today. They scored a touchdown, and you haven't heard a peep. You ain't heard a peep about his decision making, his going for it on 4th down. None of that. You haven't heard a peep about none of that. Why? Because it worked. You know what I'm saying? Because it worked. It worked today, and ain't nobody got nothing to say about it. So, that's my little rant. You know what I'm saying? on Harbaugh and Lamar. And I'm a fan of both. So,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of both of them. So, I just kind of laugh, when people talk about, well, y'all gotta take 3. You gotta take 3 points. You gotta take the short point. You got the greatest kicker in the world, and you're going for it, and this, that, and the other. And it's a hunch. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of sports. Is there's no such thing as a guarantee. So what happened if you send Tuck out there and he miss a field goal or get blocked? Last week, what what was it? An extra point got blocked. Things happen.
Something got blocked.
Yeah, I think it was extra point. I think it was extra point after they scored a touchdown and got blocked. But I mean, this is football. The other team is trying. Like, they're not just going to give up field goal just because Tucker's the greatest kicker in the world. I mean, I've been seeing clips of that 64-yard he kicked against the Lions a couple years ago.
You shorten them by a couple yards.
What was 68?
66.
66? Yeah, I'm gonna make sure he get all his yardage there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you send out a kicker, I don't care who it is, to line up for a 60+ yard field goal, if he make it like Tucker made that one, and he made it, but it bounced over. It wasn't like it was clean. It hit the upright and bounced over, which it counts. But I mean, like you said it, I don't know if it was earlier or before we came on, man. It's about, man, the inches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That kick go 1 or 2 inches the other way. We ain't talking about that today.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it just I get the emotions, and we fans, and we want what we want, and we just want success every time. We want to make the right play every time. and going for it on fourth down today, you know, we scored a touchdown and nobody talking about we should have just took the 3. We should have just kicked the field goal, right? I haven't seen that once.
Yeah, I think Landon made a real good point that the Ravens, when I talked about them accepting the ball,
Mm-hmm.
they won the coin toss, is that they was trying to set the tone with their offense where previously it's been with the defense. So if you're going to accept the ball, and you drive down the field, in that case, I can understand the Ravens going for the score because that's the reason they got the ball. We won the coin toss. We taking the ball. We want to set the tone. This is what Landon was talking about. You want to set the tone with your offense. So if you setting the tone with your offense and you get to the 1 yard line, well, shucks, you going for it.
Yeah.
To get that score in and set that tone, and that's exactly what they did. So when it comes to going for it on fourth downs, I mean, it's a whole bunch of people who probably say kick the field goal. I was one of them people who said kick the field goal, but they went for it and they got it. And then when you look at the other side of the ball or the other team, now they was going for it on fourth down all the time because when you look at the score, they were so far behind that they really didn't have much of a choice but to go for it on fourth down. So it's a situational thing. Like you say, it's a vibe, it's a feel, it's a hunch. But I think with the Ravens, when you think about them kicking 6 field goals the week before, getting into that red zone, not getting it into the end zone, on 6 of those occasions, having to settle for Justin Tucker kicking a field goal. I think that was 6 field goal was as the most he's ever kicked in the game. I think he did that one other time. That was also against Detroit. But yeah, you want to get past that. They look real good early in the year in the red zone. They were like the top team in the red zone. They struggled against Pittsburgh. They struggled against Tennessee. They set the tone. And this game, man, they started flowing. And all the way through the first half, they flowed, man. Lamar Jackson again playing tremendous ball. They had the rhythm. The defense was shutting down the opposing team, 3 and outs. And man, one of the most dominating first halves in a long time. And I don't really see much that anybody can. You got to really look hard to find something to argue about with the Ravens this game. I'm sure some people are going to find it. The fumble on a handoff to Hill. That read option can be tricky sometimes when you put that ball in their stomach, in their midsection. Whether you pulling it out or whether you holding on to it, it's like it's a decision that's being made right there on the spot. And in this case, it was a little mix up, and the ball hit the turf, and we lost that one. And Harbaugh spoke about that. He wanted the Ravens because they was moving for another score. They was on their way to scoring again, and they wanted to put some more points on the board and keep that killer instinct. But the Ravens lost it, but the defense was right there and shut the lines down.
Yeah, absolutely. So good W today. Again, man, the steaks tasted good this evening. The bed was a little colder. The weather was beautiful. It was like a summer day today. You know what I'm saying?
Sunshine, blue skies.
It's probably gonna be some babies made tonight.
Oh yeah, man.
All of that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All of that good stuff, man. It's just a good feeling when you get a W.
Yeah.
In a convincing W at that. It's definitely making for a great night amongst the locals.
It's gonna be It's gonna be a real good week at the work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they traveling to Arizona next week to play the Cardinals. So I'm assuming that's gonna be like a 4:00 game next week. I don't have the schedule right in front of me, but I haven't seen too much of the Cardinals. I know what's the name is out there, right? Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yo, Hollywood is out there. Yeah, so next Sunday is a 425 start. It's against the Cardinals. So the next 4 games, they got the Cardinals, the Seahawks, the Browns, and the Bengals. So those are the next 4. And Browns had a good win today. I caught a little bit of that game.
Yeah.
I didn't see what Cincinnati did or if they even played yet.
Yeah.
Or if they even played this week. I know Pittsburgh was winning. Last I checked, I don't have the final in front of me. But so next week we're going to Arizona and get them Cardinals. I'm expecting a W. I expect W's every week. That's just who I am. I'm not a guy that be looking at somebody and they're gonna be tough. Yeah, every game is tough. It's pro football. I don't take nobody for granted, but I just like my team that much. You know what I'm saying? That I believe that they're gonna get W's every week. And then when they don't, I'll be a little disappointed. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm looking for this train to keep rolling. I think you mentioned it, man. It's everything is new. You know what I'm saying? And I know I said it before the season started. I used to look at them first 4 games as like preseason, especially when our starters didn't really play during the preseason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the first 4 games was really where they got to test everything out, where they got to feel each other out. And again, I see people making comments about these guys are professionals and they shouldn't need the time to fill it out. They should be, this is what their job is, and they should this, and this. You cannot mimic game speed. I don't care who you practice against. I don't care what kind of workouts you're doing. You cannot mimic what the game is. You know what I'm saying? The only way to get a game speed is to play the game. You know what I'm saying? So I know I reached out to you last week during the game. And I was like, man, I ain't impressed with this offense. I just ain't seeing it. And and then 7 days later, they performing and I still can't see it.
Right.
Maybe that was my karma for complaining. Maybe that's what that was. All right, I'm gonna fix you. Okay, I'm gonna fix you. Yeah. You gonna do this at game time.
That thing, man. And yeah, things are new, like I said, and just to recall and go back into history a little bit. Back when there was 14 games in the season, there were 6 preseason games.
Yeah,
I mean, there were 6 of them. So teams back then definitely wanted to get into a rhythm before that first game of the season, because when you got 14 games in the season, every game counts. It's huge. So, okay, but then when they went, I think it was like in 1978, they went to 16 games and they dropped down the preseason games to 4. So, all right, now you only got 4 games to work with. And, now that you're starting to see, I mean, you got guys weighing nearly 400 pounds that can run a 4.8, 4.9, 40. You got the size of these players and trying to keep players healthy. And then what the Ravens went through, a couple of years ago with these injuries and everything. So you want to be careful with playing your starters in the preseason. I think the Ravens were really shell-shocked and definitely wasn't playing. I don't think Lamar even played at all this preseason. Where I did see, Mahomes get in and Hill up there in Buffalo, and I did see them come in and play a little bit in that last preseason games, but Lamar didn't play at all. And that's big to me. It's kind of big for the Ravens offense to come into game 1 with a brand new offensive coordinator, using some new restarting receivers and little changes on the offensive line and things like that, and not having faced another team, with this new offense. So they went into game one pretty much like a preseason game, really. But if you look at what they've done this year, I mean, what they opened with Cincinnati, they pretty much dominated them in that game. They dominated, basically, to me, every team that the Ravens have played, they pretty much dominated them except the Colts, in my estimation. Now, again, I say it every time about the most, the mammal on this planet that is the most emotional is the human being. So we that Pittsburgh game, man, we was totally emotional.
Yeah.
That Pittsburgh game was a frustrating game, and I say 98% of the people on this globe will allow their emotions to make them not see reality as it is. You get all emotional, and reality is no longer reality because your emotions is in the way and distortion sets in.
Yeah,
you can go down there to the penitentiary, and all of them down there has let their emotions get to them and allowed them to get locked up down there based on their emotions. But what I saw, now I say 98%, and I know all of us think that we're in the 2%.
Right.
We all think we're in the 2%.
Right.
But what I saw, this game that the Ravens played today, that was magnificent in the first half. I saw the same game when they played the Steelers.
Yeah.
Except they didn't catch the ball.
Yeah.
But if they make catches, you see the same game that you saw today. But we can't see that because we were all emotional.
Absolutely.
And we can't see the reality.
Absolutely.
The Ravens, what they did today, they did it against Pittsburgh.
Yep.
What they did today, they did it against Tennessee. They just had to settle for field goals against Tennessee. 6 field goals. I mean, they have dominated teams this year. And like I said before, I know I sound like a broken record, but this Baltimore Ravens team will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this year.
Yes, sir. It's on record. It's on record multiple times.
Yes.
Multiple times. You definitely been clear about that. Definitely been clear about that.
Saying it over, no, I have to put a beat behind that, and maybe with some lyrics, like Mark Clark used to do on the Big Fat Morning Show.
Yeah.
Might have to start
that. So you mentioned the Colts, and I just want to. We're not going to talk about the Colts too much. I just want to share this, just to get your thoughts. Because when I saw it on TV, I almost had to, wasn't sure what I was watching. I said, wait a minute, is that no? Yeah, on TV, this the Colts uniform from the day.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So they had a black helmet, and he's all blue, but on TV that looked a little purplish.
Oh shit.
It almost looked like the Ravens. I had to look twice. I said, wait a minute, the Ravens didn't play. Ravens played the Lions today. What's going on?
Come on, Irsay.
Yeah. So I saw this today. I said, wait a minute.
Ain't no love in Baltimore for Irsay now. he shouldn't be nowhere near purple.
No, sir. But on TV it looked purple, but it's blue. Yeah. It is blue, but the black helmets, the Colts. I don't like the black helmets for the Colts.
Did Cleveland beat them?
Yeah, Cleveland won.
Cleveland beat them today.
Cleveland won that game. Yeah. But I just wanted to share that right quick. So I do want to share this with you though. So let's talk about this guy right quick. Let's talk about this guy here, man. Let's talk about this guy.
Yeah.
So this guy was honored today, going into the Ravens ring of honor. Got his purple jacket.
Yeah.
Got his purple jacket today, man. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a gold jacket at some point.
I would think so.
just give me some thoughts on this dude here. This dude T Sizzle, man.
Man, that guy, when we think about the greats, the Raven greats, I mean, to me, when you look at that defense and we talk about the great, and there have been a lot of great ball players on that defense.
Yeah.
But there's three. There's three, man. There's the big three. And it's Ray.
Yes, sir.
It's Ray.
Yep.
And number 20.
Yes, sir.
Ed Reed.
Yes, sir.
Those guys were out of this world. And I'm just saying that number 55, man, was notch below them two dudes.
Yes, sir.
Man, this guy was a force when they brought him in as a rookie, and he was a mainstay on that defense. It was painful when he had to go at the end of his career and bounced around a little bit. But T Sizzle, he had the right name because he was cooking most of the time when he was out there in the field. And that guy, number 55, man, I seriously think that he should go into, like you just said, get that gold jacket and go into the Hall of Fame. He is part of that big three when it comes to the defensive players on the Ravens.
Yeah, I think the gold jacket is coming. I don't know
if he first ballot.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he'll be a first ballot guy, but I think for sure he'll get in. And he won't be one of them guys that got to wait 20 years or whatever to get in. He's gonna get in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And ask Ben Roethlisberger, is he a Hall of Famer? Ask Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Is he Hall of Fame?
Yeah, if they had a vote, they would vote.
Yeah, he's in there. Like and Ozzie Newsome said it today at the ceremony.
Okay.
If I had a vote, he in there, clearly. And he'd be in there. He said he'd be right in there with me, Jonathan, Ray, and Ed.
Okay.
So I saw something. I guess Terrell. I guess he did an interview with somebody, in the clip. I saw the clip today where they asked him about, you played on the defense with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, and y'all, all y'all first rounders, those two are in the Hall of Fame already. And you probably going to be there at some point. And Terrell Suggs said, and yeah, don't forget, all three of us was defensive players of the year at some point too.
Hey,
I mean, come on, man.
What I'm saying.
Come on, man. So for that alone, Ozzie Newsome gonna go back in the Hall of Fame as a general manager.
Yeah, for sure.
It's clear. He going back in. He gonna be in as a general manager, and he's already in as a player. But he gonna be in as a general manager too, man. I mean, he got 3 Hall of Famers on one defense. And they was all on. I mean, they was on the Super Bowl team together. I mean, countless number 1 defenses. You know what I'm saying? But Terrell Suggs, man, I just, it get to that place, man. I know, man, you had these conversations over the years about, when you become sports fans and as little kids, and we love these games, and we see people, and we have our heroes, and, and then it comes to an end. And we constantly growing, and we watching player after player having these careers, man, and then you watching the whole career. We watch it. We remember the start and the finish.
The finish.
You know what I'm saying? And so Suggs played, I think they said 16 years in the league. And I remember, man, him coming in as a rookie, and making them rookie mistakes. And how they had the little highlights and little Raven shows where they had the Ray Lewis be mic'd up, and he telling Suggs, man, just watch the ball. Suggs might have jumped off sides one time, man, and Ray talking about, man, watch the ball. When the ball moves, you move. I mean, that kind of motivation. You know what I'm saying? And everybody can't take that from other players. Everybody not gonna take that.
Yeah.
But then if Ray didn't see something in Suggs, he may have approached him a whole different kind of way. He may have told whoever the coordinator was at the time, hey, get him up out of here. Get him out of here. Because, you know, he messing this thing up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just watching Suggs early, you know, having, you know, I mean, he had rookie mistakes. You know, sometimes not protecting the edge, you know, just trying to get to the quarterback and leaving that backside open. You know what I mean? But once he learned and he started playing that run outside, he was a total package.
Yeah.
He was a total package, man, because you know he was drafted as a pass rusher. You know, he gonna be somebody to get after the quarterback. And you know, anytime a pass rusher come into the league, you know, they throw the LT out there. You know, he got LT potential. You know, now I'm not gonna put him up in class with LT. That's foolish. But you know, yeah, he's not in that class. But I mean,
right.
And whatever the class of guys is below that, yeah, he might be in that class. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Suggs, man, for his run here, not only was he a hell of a player, but he was entertaining, man. You know, Suggs was entertaining. He was fun to watch out there.
He was.
You know, he was out there getting after them quarterbacks, man. He always had some good bulletin board material.
Yeah.
You know, him and Roethlisberger, man. I mean, you know, the Ravens Steelers thing, you know how that rivalry go. And I know Big Ben, you know, and I heard Big Ben was complimentary of Suggs, you know.
Yes, he was.
I know he's been complimentary of Suggs over the years.
Yeah.
You know, just tell him how tough a player he was, how you know, competing against him, you know. But yeah, I was glad to see. I didn't, you know, I watched the video of the ceremony, you know, man, and having all of the ex-Ravens there, and Brian Billick was there, and you know, DaCosta and Ozzie, and you know, from Jonathan Ogden to who else was there? Jamal Lewis, Ray Lewis. I think everybody was there but Ed Reed. I didn't see Ed Reed. Jonathan Ogden was there. You know, Michael McCrary was there. You know what I'm saying? So you just saw a lot of history, a lot of that history of them Ravens, man, and to see I guess all of the guys that's there is already in the ring of honor, and you know, for Suggs to be, you know, memorialized that way, which we knew that was coming. You know, and truthfully, I thought they already did it.
Right.
You know, truthfully, I thought he was already in there. So that's how much I pay attention to that stuff. But to see Suggs get honored today in that way, man, was a beautiful thing. You know, clearly, again, man, one of the greatest Ravens to lace him up. You know, play like a Raven. You know, they said Ozzie Newsome said, you know, he was one that played like a Raven right from the beginning. You know,
yeah.
He's the definition of what play like a Raven is. So,
yeah, no doubt.
You know, congratulations, T Sizzle.
Yeah, man.
Know, and somebody said it today too. You know, when you got a nickname that everybody know, you know what I mean? Ain't a whole lot more you got to say.
That's a great nickname, man. That's a great T Sizzle.
You got a nickname and everybody know it and know who you're talking about when you say it. Yeah, ain't much more you gotta say there.
He was a fan favorite, like you say, man. He was a fan favorite. The fans really loved him. I think, you know, if you could, it's interesting, man. You know, DaCosta was there. I didn't see the ceremony or anything about it, but DaCosta, you say DaCosta and Ozzie was there. And if you take a look with Suggs when he came out from college, he was a force at getting to the quarterback at college. I think he may have led the college in sacks. Was up there for those last couple years. I think where was he at? Arizona. Who did he play for? Arizona.
I think Arizona State.
Yeah, and he was led the college football in sacks, I believe. So you look at them bringing him in, and you look at them bringing Oweh in. and you got a different kind of draft strategy there. You got this guy Suggs leading the league, college in sacks, and you got Oweh who didn't get a sack at Penn State.
Right.
So, and then when Suggs came in, Suggs started making an impact immediately. Oweh is still struggling, although he did make a couple of plays today. Got a holding call against him and put some pressure on a couple of times. So, and number 55 is the all-time Ravens sack leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't want to leave that
piece. Definitely don't want to leave that out.
He's a defensive player of the year. He's the Ravens all-time sack leader, and the guy was an emotional leader on the team. When Ray stepped away, T. Sizzle was there, to keep that same vibe in that locker room. And shout out to T. Sizzle, man. Love that dude. Big time Raven. Can't wait for the day to see him going to the Hall. When LT went in, they also elected Harry Carson.
Yeah.
And also as a linebacker. And I expect the same thing to happen when you talk about Ray Lewis going in as an all-time great middle linebacker, the greatest. And now you got his sidekick, Suggs. I expect him to go into the Hall.
Yeah, absolutely. So kudos again to Terrell Suggs. I don't know how he's saying it. We switch it up every week.
That's T.O.
T. Sizzle. Yeah. So, congrats, man, on that honor today. Check that out. I think I posted it in the Sports Mix group, the actual ceremony. So, if you didn't get a chance to see it, check that out. It's in there. See that, and then pretty interesting. I got a little emotional. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I ain't cry like I kept my manhood intact. You know what I'm saying? But it was a little emotional for me. Just because you see these guys, man. Like I said, you see the whole run. You watch them when they come in as little youngins. As puppies, as they call them. They came in as puppies, man. And Suggs was like 20 when he came in. He was a young boy when he came in the league. He came in kind of young, younger than most. And he was here for 16. Well, he was in the league 16 years. I think he was with the Ravens like 15 years. And just man, clearly Ring of Honor was well deserved. And I'm looking forward to seeing, like you say, when he take that next step down, go to Canton and represent, the Ravens. And then right after him, again, I think Ozzie Newsome is gonna get back in there as a general manager, man. Come on, man. That's what that'll make 3 Hall of Famers, 4. That'll make 4 Hall of Famers that he drafted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So come on, man. So I don't know what the criteria is. I don't know what the criteria is for Ozzie to get in as a GM. But
and you probably at the offensive lineman for the Ravens that retired a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he was there too.
And I don't know why I can't pull his name.
Yeah. I want to chalk that up to this age, man. Because. And if you look at him now, he done lost a lot of weight.
I know he has.
He lost a lot of weight, man. He looked like a safety out there.
Well, that safety going
yeah, he definitely is Hall of Fame worthy.
He Hall of Fame material.
So again, Ozzie, Marshall Yonder. God damn it.
Yonder. Thank
you. Who was that? Jennifer Bull.
Oh, okay.
Jennifer, thank you.
All right, the sisters representing.
Jennifer, that's the Jones, Kathy Jones and them sisters.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
That's Jennifer. What's up?
Yeah, Jennifer.
Yeah.
She's probably a bigger Ravens fan than all of us.
Yeah, she threw that
name. We old ass. We can't remember nothing.
Well,
Yeah. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate you. Yeah, so Sizzle, man, going in to the ring today was good. The Ravens got a big W. That was beautiful. You know, everybody in a great mood tonight. They've been drinking all day. Probably gonna be calling out of work tomorrow. And for those that got to go in tonight, they probably not going in. They're calling out tonight. You know, uh, overdosing on steaks and fried chicken and chicken wings and
Yeah,
everything else that we do when we watch football. You know,
making me
so.
hungry and all that.
So you know, for anybody that follow me on my socials, I've been talking for the last couple of days, man. Tomorrow is the anniversary of
About,
the first Sports Mix show.
talk about it.
2 years. 2 years ago tomorrow, we started this thing. You know, is almost a dare. You know, because it definitely wasn't planned to start that day. You know, my intention was to start it down the road a little bit. I just wanted to get the stuff in order, and you know, thanks to my guy Cheese, you know, who had checked in here a little earlier. Uh, he said, "No, let's just go live tonight. Let's test it out." You know, we went live and we ain't looked back. You know, so I appreciate everybody that's been riding with me. You know, for these 2 years, man, it's been a learning experience. You know, I'm not media trained by a long shot. You know, but I just like talking about sports. Um, I like to share my opinions with people. You know, people tend to like what I gotta say. You know, so hey, I'm gonna just keep saying what I gotta say as long as people rocking with me. And even if they ain't rock with me, I'm gonna say what I gotta say because this is what I like to do. Appreciate you, Elise, Miss Jones.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Another different Jones.
Yep, my neighbor,
It's your neighbor.
my neighbor. Yep, but yeah, I appreciate man all of the feedback that I get. You know, when I see people out in the streets, people tell me that they like the show, they like what we're doing, like what I'm doing with the sports mix. You know, I got some things that I'm cooking. You know, just trying to get everything right, and you know, it's gonna be some more stuff coming. I want to give a couple shout outs, man. Shout out to Kenny Rice, you know, Turner Station homie.
What's up,
You
Kenny?
know, Kenny reached out to me this morning. You know, made a little contribution to the show.
Mm.
So you know, if you need some insurance, whether it's auto, home, you know, life insurance, hit Kenny Rice up. If you need to get in contact with him, hit me up. I can get you in contact with him. Uh, Also want to give a shout out to Pastor Jonathan Hancock and the New Start Church on
Mm.
Hamilton. You know, been supportive of me. You know, really encouraging me and helping me. Just sharing some things with me. One of the members there at the church, Thaddeus Hall, been a contributor. You know, been sending me little donations here and there, man. So, you know, I appreciate, you know, everybody that's been helping in whatever way they can, you know, with the financial contributions. If y'all want to donate, you know, to help the show out, man, help the flow out, I got my Cash App information on the scroll there. You know, it's at what is it? K Will 33 with the dollar sign in front of it. You know, KWIL 33 is the Cash App. Um, you know, and the donations, you know, that go to uh help with equipment, you know, microphones and you know, I'm working on some little technical stuff, some other stuff I'm working on with the logos and you know the backdrops and all that stuff that I'm trying to get for when we do some live shows out in the public, out in the world with the people. You know, so I'm working on that. Uh this coming Saturday, you know, it's not an official show, but it's just getting together. You know, I'll have the location a little later in the week, but you know, a couple of fellas, we're gonna get together and go watch uh, Colorado, Coach Prime. We're gonna go watch them play against UCLA at a local establishment. And I'm probably just gonna tell people I ain't gonna give them no whole lot of props on live because they ain't supporting me no kind of way. We going there spending money. So, people want to come out to that, I'll let y'all know where we gonna be at a little later in the week. But tomorrow night, I guess around 8:30ish, we're gonna have a live show, celebrating, 2 years of doing the sports mix. Um, me and Dean, we talked about this, a couple of times here on the show. We talked about doing sports shows probably over 20 years. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? We talked about doing this kind of stuff. And we did sports shows just on the phone, talking.
Talking.
You know what I'm saying? We just had regular conversation and we talked about all kind of subjects. So, it was a natural flow there. So it was bound to happen, one way or the other. And here we are, so I appreciate you, brother,
Absolutely,
for,
man.
for your contributions to the sports mix, and Cheese, of course, and CB, Neil, my guy, everybody that's been on, Mark Clark, Coach C, my guests that I've had on, Reggie Williams, Haywood Highsmith from the Miami Heat, just had him on a couple of weeks ago. My guy Big Lou did some music for me. I might play a little bit of that before when we checking out of here tonight. Just so. And matter of fact, the logo that you see up here in the corner, my guy Big Lou designed that for me. You know what I'm saying? He designed the logo, did a intro for me.
Yeah.
Did a theme song for. He did a couple songs for me. So, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even ask him for it. He just did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just love right there. You know what I'm saying? People just, I guess I'm just a good guy. People rock with me. So they just, let me do this for Kenny, man. Let me help him out that way. So, Big Lou, I appreciate you, big homie. So we gotta get back. We gotta get up to. I gotta get you back on here. I know Lou got some music out, and y'all want to check him out, man. Big Lou on all his socials, and I'll share some of that stuff on the Sports Mix page too. Good dude, man. I've been knowing Lou probably 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So, oh man, see, this what I'm talking about. So we just talking, and Miss Elise Samuels, Miss Elise Jones, as we know her, just made a contribution to the show.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you. Appreciate you. That's what's up. I appreciate that.
Beautiful.
Appreciate that, man. That and again, the show is gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm just in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So I heard a good word this morning. Pastor Hancock, and he said, sometimes your dreams you ain't dreaming big enough. You know what I'm saying? You pray to God, but sometimes you ain't dreaming big enough. You be wondering why your dreams ain't coming true because you ain't dreaming big enough. So maybe I just ain't been dreaming big enough, about where I want this platform to go and what I want to do with it. So I'm going to the moon with it. I'm going to the moon with it, man. I'm gonna go as far as I can go with it. And it's gonna be times. It's gonna be some people that was sleeping on me. There's gonna be some people that was sleeping on me. They're gonna look, and I'm gonna be in the moon somewhere up in the stars, and they like, damn, hey man, that. Yeah, it's too late. No, it ain't never too late. I ain't throwing nobody away, but don't sleep on me. You know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on me, man. I'm still learning this thing. How to really navigate this space. You know what I'm saying? I'm having fun with it. The ideas are churning about different things I can do. And I'm open. I'm an open book. You know what I'm saying? If people got things they want to see on the show, you know what I'm saying? If people got ideas, if you want to come on the show, like if you feel like you're comfortable enough to come on and chop it up, hit me up. We'll try it out. Because I mean, why it don't look like it's hard, like we just having conversation. It's not easy either. You know, it's not easy because you know, and that's probably why, and I'm be honest, that's probably why y'all don't see me doing live shows by myself. Because I haven't found the comfortability talking to myself. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I
Yeah.
haven't had that comfortability just talking to myself. So, but that's something I got to work on. You know what I'm saying? That's something I got to work on, and that's something that I'm gonna, you know, do more of. You know what I mean? Just come on and do little lives. I went live the other day on the Sports Mix page, just kind of talking about the anniversary coming up, and that I was gonna do a show. You know what I'm saying? A couple people chimed in or whatever. So that was cool. It was a little short video, but so I gotta do more of that, be a little more engaged with the people, and just you know, get the feel for the people. So, you know, football season is in full swing. You know, we about almost halfway through the football season. NBA starts next week. NBA season starts with next week. So, we big basketball guys. So it's a lot of basketball topics that we got to throw out there. And I need some of these young guys, you know, with all y'all old guy talk, you know, about Jordan and all of the older players now. So we definitely gonna need some young guys that's gonna step up to the plate with their takes, you know, on how the game was played versus how it is played today. You know, so I know Rudy Gay got released
Oh, for
from
real?
Golden State. Yeah, so um, he back on the market.
Mm.
I think Rudy, man, is still serviceable. You know, for a team. I'd like to see him get on a team that's going to make a deep run. You know, like a Boston, a Milwaukee in the East. You know, a Phoenix, a Clippers. You know, teams that's kind of built to win now, where he can go be a veteran presence, or a young team like a Memphis where he started. You know, go down there and mentor some of them guys. You know, I mean, Rudy 37, man.
Wow.
It's funny. It's funny to say that because I know him, and I met Rudy when he was 11. You know what I'm saying? So man, to say Rudy 30, that mean I'm 40.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
I was 3 when I met him.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
You just said he was 11 when you
yeah,
met.
you know, he was
He was
11. So
3.
uh
Yeah, Rudy,
man.
man. Rudy has had a great career, man. He's been in that league, and again, he's 37, and hopefully he'll latch on to another team. I was really thrilled that he was with Golden State because it would have afforded him an opportunity to play in those playoffs and make
Yeah,
a run in the
yeah.
playoffs. But I would like to go back to that 2-year anniversary
Mm-hmm.
real
Mm-hmm.
quick. Um, you know, in life, I mean, it really boils down to if you want to make things really simple in your life, it sort of boils down to whether you're willing or you're not willing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it boils down to. So, anytime you got to make a decision, and I'm not putting a good or bad label on saying you're willing or bad or good label on saying you're not willing, because there are some things that we're not willing to do that are good. There's some things that we're not willing to do that are bad. And same thing for willing is good and bad for things that we're willing to do. But when it comes to things that you love and that you want to do, in this case, you were willing to start this podcast. You was
Mm-hmm.
willing to get on this thing and get the sports mix rolling. And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And for the most part, a lot of things do not last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Before it get to 2 years, it's extinguished. Somebody loses interest or whatever. This thing has been rolling for 2 years. I think, you should recognize that 2 years ain't no joke. You still here. You still got dreams. You still got hopes. you still got creativity because you love what you're doing.
Mhm.
So, you know, the sky, I mean, the ceiling, man, is up there for sports mix. And it's funny, man, when you talk about, when we talked about, you know, we talked about this and you expressed your feelings, you wanted to do this, and you had a love for that. And I mean, to see it coming to fruition, man, it ain't a small thing, man, to have Reggie Williams on your show.
Right.
I mean, guy was Dunbar's great player. He went into the league. He was a number 6 pick overall and went into the NBA for many years. It ain't a small thing, man, to have that brother from Miami who's in the league right now, who went up
Haywood.
early.
Yeah.
Went early and coming through, and he's in the league now. Young guy. I mean, Terry Nolan Jr.
Yeah.
You know, a guy that we coached and we watched this guy rise up and carry our basketball teams that we coached and
Yes, sir.
playing professional ball overseas, and having Mark Clark of big fat morning show fame on as a guest occasionally. And I mean, this is a show that is growing. There's still a lot of potential there. You bringing on Cheese, you bringing on Brooks, you got Neil coming on. These guys, the brother from Morgan,
Glennie Moore. Yes, sir.
Glennie Moore has been on the show. Glennie Moore was an outstanding ball player up there at Morgan. We wide receiver, right?
Yep. Wide receiver. Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, so he's brought players in. Give a shout out, man, to Cheese's platform and to Brooks's platform.
Yes, sir. The Brooks Blackboard. My God, CB. You know, for you guys that and gals that's into politics, you know, CB is very in tune with the political climate in this country, man. I mean, he locked in. I had a 2-hour or about an hour and a half conversation with him last night. You know, and he was telling me about some of the stuff he's working on. And I'm gonna share his platform on the Facebook page as well. You know, just so people that's not aware of him can kind of get aware of what he's doing, man. Very, very, very sharp brother, man. Very sharp. You know what I'm saying? And he was a writer. You know what I'm saying? And I actually met him in the school system. You know what I mean? He was the program director of a program at a high school. I actually worked for him, and you know, we just became friends. We became friends there, and that's over almost 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And we way beyond that at this point. You know, we friends. You know what I mean? So CB, man, great guy. You know, and I'm trying to push him to create his own YouTube platform where he can do his own videos and talk about some of the stuff he writes about. You know, he definitely say he's going to do it. So, you know, I'm here to push him and support him any way that I can. And Cheese, you know, Turner Station guy, you know, guy I've been knowing pretty much all my life. Teammate, you know, good friend of mine, man. Cheese has he started out with Chilling with Cheese, which was, you know, when he was doing the boxing. And now he's got the Peaceful Disturbance. So Cheese can talk about sports. You know, he'll have some political discussions on there. He'll have some you know, local issues. So he pretty broad and what he talks about on his platform. You know what I'm saying? And so again, you know, these guys, man, I've been on Cheese's platform. That's kind of where I got the itch, you know, to do my own, because he was doing it. So he's been a very big inspiration to me in a lot of ways. So, you know, definitely want y'all to support my guys. You know, Neil, my man Neil, you know, DJ, you know what I'm saying? We used to play music together when we was kids. When we had no equipment, we was DJing with component sets. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. So, you know what I'm saying? We came a long way from that. You know what I mean? Neil down in Atlanta, Barber. He got a platform as well that you know, on IG that he does his videos. And I'm blanking right now. And Neil, if you're watching, please put your platform in the comments so I can give you some shine there, brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Real cerebral guy, Neil.
yeah,
Real cerebral.
yeah. So, and you know, Neil, one of my best friends in life. You know what I'm saying? We like brothers. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking since we was kids. You know, so um, and that's part of part of the the charm, I guess, of the show is that you know I guess all of you guys kind of know each other through me. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot of relationships outside of Neil. I think Neil and Cheese, Neil and Cheese known each other for years,
Mm-hmm.
but none of y'all guys knew CB. You know, I don't think a lot of them guys knew you prior. You know what I'm saying? So it just all came together. It all came together, man, and we done had some classic moments.
Yeah. Yeah,
we
no doubt.
we done had some classic moments up on here. I was just telling CB yesterday, man. I said, man, if the when you turned around and was talking to Malcolm X, man, if that wasn't classic TV,
I remember.
and and that was when you was kind of talking about Obama, and you didn't know.
I didn't know.
You didn't know CB's thing with Obama at the time, you
I
know.
didn't know.
And you walked into something, man. You didn't have a clue what you was walking into.
Walked into a beehive,
but
man.
the way it played out, man, I'm glad it was recorded.
Yeah, it
You
was
know what I'm saying?
beautiful.
I'm glad it's recorded. And I actually ran into that clip a couple days ago as I was going through some stuff. I need to post that again. Just for those that didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? And if you watched enough, you know what CB is not an Obama fan, and he very very open up and upfront about that.
Pretty clear on that one.
Real clear about that. And hey, I understand. I
Mhm.
understand. Quintessential grooming.
Yeah.
All right, that's Neil. So his barbering is quintessential grooming, ad libs and mic drops. Those are his Instagram pages. So ad libs and mic drops. Like Neil would do videos on like he might go to an event, or might visit somewhere and he'll just give his opinion on the event, or talk about the venue or whatever. Some real interesting interviews. And he on YouTube as well. And he's on YouTube as well. So, you know, man, we all here to support one another. With whatever platforms, and we trying to get Dean to come on out with his platform as well. Like I
What
say,
Deion, what Deion said about Colorado, we coming.
we coming, yeah,
We coming.
absolutely,
Yeah, we coming.
and so brother, I done had some conversations with you that probably needed to be heard by the masses.
I think
Some of the jewels you didn't drop. I'd be like, damn, you know.
I think so.
Yeah. I know so.
Yeah,
I know so. You be dropping some jewels,
it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, and you pretty broad. You're not. You can go sports. You can go current events. You can go a lot. You got a lot of depth to you. So, when your platform do hit, we're gonna promote it right here. But I think, and people that don't know you, like some people may know you but don't really know you. I think a lot of people gonna be surprised.
Most people are like that.
Yeah, they're gonna be surprised that
Wow.
that's Dean.
Right.
Like I remember hearing the whispers when your father passed away, and and you did the eulogy up there, and
Yeah.
it was people saying I didn't know Dean was a pastor. Yeah, I heard that a couple times. I said, no,
Yeah.
I don't think he's a pastor.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so it's gonna be some people surprised, man, at what you bring. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
I plan to bring it. It's gonna happen. A couple things, trying to get it out the way, and things gonna happen. But when you look at people who are listening, and who are gonna listen and hear this, I mean, when we talk about willing and not willing, I mean that goes for everybody that's listening.
Yeah.
Something you want to do, something that you love. I mean, all it takes is for you to be willing.
Yep.
And go ahead and make that move on it. And while you still on top of the soil,
yes, sir.
That move, because you know when the soil is on top of us, it's a wrap.
It's over.
Wrap. And you know, whatever you think happens after you take your last breath, you can believe that, but belief ain't knowing.
Right.
You don't know.
Right.
You believe, but belief ain't nothing but admitting that you don't know. That's why. So if you still on top of the soil,
you got a shot.
Come on now.
You got a shot at it.
Yeah, do your thing.
Go for it.
Stop stepping. Stop.
Go for it.
Go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah.
While you still on top of the soil.
While you still here. So you know, as we get ready to wrap up a little bit, let me give my guy Big Lou a little shine. So you know, this is one of the joints he made for me. This might be the first one. Let me see.
Shit. Big Lou. Yeah, you in the mix, man. You in the mix. Sportsman. Yeah, you in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the sports mix with Kenny. News and knowledge. A lot of dope techniques make kids become scholars. You need to tune in. A lot of hot topics. When it comes to sports, Kenny sound like a prophet. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. Plus he keep you up on all the hottest trends. Plus you never know who he has as a guest. So grab a cold one, man, and just tune in. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. Rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty. You in the mix, man. You in the mix. You in the mix. Sports mix. You in the mix. You rockin' with Kenny. When it comes to news, man, he got plenty.
Yeah. I need to play that more.
Yeah.
I need to play that more.
You almost took nigga back to shit. What's going on, man? Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make it clear, Coach Kenny, that it's just H2O in this cup, y'all. All right? I just want to make that clear. No speculation going on.
Hey, shit. I got one too. Mine empty.
There it is.
I ain't got nothing in mine, so you know. Yeah, but hey, you know that's my guy, Big Lou, man. Again, you know, Big Lou was on the show, man, probably the first year, maybe the first couple months. And Big Lou, man, he had did a movie. They filmed a movie, man, locally called The $1 Million Thing. And I think that's THANG, $1 Million Thing, you know, and that's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, you know, if you didn't get a chance to watch that, The $1 Million Thing. But so he came on the show and he talked about the movie, you know, promoting that a little bit, talking about his music, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been knowing Lou almost 30 years. It might be 30 years now. But we met like in the early 90s. So it's probably been 30 years out knowing that brother. And you know, again, I met him from somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just connected, man. We just and been solid ever since. You know what I'm saying? So just good people, man. Like I just be you know, really linking in with people, man. You never know what people's purpose is when you meet them. I'm talking about I met this dude 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And who would have thought, you know, all these years later, you know, we still be, you know, solid like that. And I'm telling you, he sent me the music unsolicited. I didn't ask him to do it. He said, man, listen, I got something for you. Boom. He did that when he did another one. He did the logo for me. And he did another intro for me too. I'm gonna play that one right quick. And that's just like an intro. Nothing real heavy about that, but
Sports mix. Sports mix.
7:56. Coombs McDaniel on the screen. Walker with 7. Got a mismatch. Walker on the key with 4. Kemba Walker. Step back. Walker. Carving it. Kemba does it again. UConn wins at the buzzer. Turned 32 yesterday. Does he have a vintage moment here? In the end zone. It is caught for the win. Richard Rodgers with a walk-off touchdown. A game ender for the Packers. Will take the shot. Will he make a big impact?
That's just a little intro. My guy Big Lee did for me. You know what I'm saying? So, talented brother, real talented brother, man. So I'm gonna post. I'm gonna have to start posting his stuff too. Just showing some love, man. Really for those that support me. You know what I'm saying? I wanna support them in any way that I can. So yeah, we're about to wrap it up, man. I appreciate you again for coming on with me, brother.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes.
know,
I'll be on the tomorrow night too to celebrate that 2-year joint.
yeah, it's gonna be good. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I already got CB riled up.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I already got him riled up. I hit him with the one of my topics. So he's I can't say what he said.
Save it for tomorrow.
I ain't gonna say what he said, but he ready.
Right.
He ready. So he might come with his war hat tomorrow. He might come with his hard hat on tomorrow, man. He might come with the war paint on his face. He gonna come ready. So
Yeah.
So y'all, we tune in tomorrow night, man, about 8 o'clock, about 8:30. We
Shout out
live.
to the senior citizen, Fleming senior citizen. I think they had that 44th year joint.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, wasn't it?
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, I saw some pictures of that.
Yeah,
saw,
44 years, man. That's real nice, man, to cater to all of us as we get older.
Yeah.
They can connect down there. A lot of times seniors don't have a lot to do, and that thing probably bring a lot of joy to a lot.
Yeah. It's amazing that I'm old enough to be a member.
Hey, man.
Amazing.
If you old enough, I'm old enough.
Yeah, because I surely got an application. My aunt is on the board down there.
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, you old enough?" I haven't filled it out yet. I just can't bring myself to.
Well,
You
remember that what's that? The AR, the R, what is that? That come in the mail? The R
AARP. Yeah, I got a card.
Yeah, you got that too, right? I got that. And shout out to Miss Mingo, man, for holding that joint down.
Oh, Cynthia, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
shout
sir.
out.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're gonna do this thing tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some fun with this thing tomorrow. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Big Ravens win today. Man, y'all go to work tomorrow, man. I know y'all want to call out tomorrow. Y'all partying tonight, man. Ravens kicked ass today, 38-6. Nobody feel like working tomorrow, but go ahead on in.
Go ahead on in.
Go ahead on in, man. Wait till the Super Bowl party to call out.
Gotta keep them biscuits on the table now. Come on.
Yeah. So go ahead on in to work tomorrow. If you gotta go tonight, go ahead on in. Just creep off somewhere and get you a nap. I know how we do. I know how we do at work. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Right.
We're gonna do this thing tomorrow, man. Don't forget, hey, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want to support, that Cash App is at the bottom there in the scroll, the $ KWIL 33. If you want to support the show. Appreciate y'all, man. We out. See y'all tomorrow at 8.